I had a long time to collect my thoughts after this one. And all I really want to say is there's not a greater feeling in the world as a coach to see your players have success on that stage, to see your players have that type of success, offense, defense, and special teams for 4 quarters. And that's what our jobs are all about. I told those kids 3 weeks ago they're going to get every single ounce of energy that we have as coaches. They're going to have every single ounce of energy that we have in practice. And they got that tonight, and they gave us that in match. And they did it over and over and over again. And I think they believed. They took a big step tonight. We talked about breaking the mentality. When negative things happen, what do? And in this game, our defense, our special teams, and our offense rose up. They rose up time and time again. And this game is about players. It's about players and us pouring into them, and they did that tonight. They had a great night, and you can't be any more excited and proud of a group of kids than those players that we have in the locker room right now.
How did you prepare Jonathan for the big kick?
I didn't talk to him. Yeah. I told Coach Tomerdahl, listen, I've been on offense as the offensive coordinator forever, how long we've been going through this season. A couple of weeks ago, the roles changed a little bit, and I said, I'm not going to screw up special teams. All I'm going to do is coach the scout teams because I can get them to read a card, I can get them to run fast, and I can holler at them. And so the rest of the special teams he's got. And I asked him before that kick, I said, Tomerdahl, when Iowa State called that timeout to try to set up the return, I said, Tomerdahl, I said, what are the chances on this thing? He said, less than 50, Coach, but we got to throw the spear. So we did.
Seen a field goal that long in your lifetime throughout your great career?
There was a kicker that I had, that I was associated with it. A kid at TCU, Jay Nocrom, had a strong leg. But, Jonathan Garibay, didn't blink. Jonathan Garibay got out there with the utmost confidence that he was going to make that kick, and he did. He drilled that sucker.
Sonny, from the strategic standpoint, at the beginning of the drive, what was your objective? Obviously, it's to get into position for a field goal, but you felt like you had to get to where to give him a reasonable shot at it. Reasonably, we wanted to try to get to about the 35. And your confidence level when he went out there for 62-yarder was what? Yeah. You know what? It was one of those ones, Don, that when they kick field goals, and that was one of the reasons why we wanted to win in the fourth quarter. We wanted to win in the fourth quarter because we thought we would have these games in the Big 12, they all come down to last possession. And so we wanted to win. We had to win. And what I do whenever a kicker's out there, when John's out there, I don't look at the kick. I just watch him. And it's like a golfer. When you watch a golfer and they hit a swing and they hit a ball, you just watch their body language and their reaction. If they hold the pose, they got a pretty good shot. If they fall off or they lean one way or another, they probably mishit it. And that's what you do with kickers. I had a lot of confidence in John. I watched him drill that sucker, and there was never a doubt in his mind that he was going to make that field goal.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about Donovan's poised performance tonight?
It's not bad for a third-string quarterback. I have a lot of confidence in Donovan Smith. I have a lot of confidence in Barry Morton, Tyler Shuck, Parker McNeil, Henry Columbia, all those guys, Maverick McIver. I believe in every quarterback we have in our room, and it's my job whenever their time's called to have them prepared, to have them ready to make the most of that opportunity, and then ultimately they go out there and do it. Donovan Smith's a talented kid. From the moment he set foot on that field today in pregame, when he walked the field, he had a look in his eye and a determination. And you've seen throughout the course of the season, every role we've given him, he's done what with it? He's been successful, and he's gotten better and better, and he's practiced that way. And now it's a challenge to do it again next week. I knew defensively they were going to have a hard time with him just because of the type of talent that he has throwing the ball and running the ball and extending plays. And what more can you say? That defense was top 15, I think, in the country in stop rate, something like that. And second half, they got us a little bit, but great performance by all of our guys, and Donovan Smith led that.
Communication, he came to you between every play. Just what went into that in terms of y'all communicating the play that way?
You know what? I think the biggest thing on that is we just wanted to make sure that communication-wise everything was clear from our sideline, and there wasn't anything that was picked up the other way.
And, Coach, back to Garibay. In practice, had he been smashing 62-yarders on a regular basis, or, had you been seeing this, that he could potentially –
He's made them. Yeah, he's made them. He's got a super strong leg, and he has.
Sonny, with all that went on this week, man, just a few things, but you guys came out focused, obviously, with that first half. How were you able to do that?
Well, we just talked to our players a lot over the bye week about belief, effort, and fundamentals. Belief, effort, and fundamentals. Belief in yourself. belief in each other, belief in this program. And then we challenged them this week that we wanted to attack victory because the victory ain't waiting on us. All right, we had to go out and get it, and we did that. We want to talk to our players about playing with great emotion, playing with great passion and great physicality, and all of that's going to give you a chance to win a football game. But what will end up separating yourself from Iowa State is the execution. And we talked about execution, and how you execute is whenever you get to Thursday and Friday's walkthroughs, you got to be extremely focused, and you got to pay attention to detail, and they did that all day today.
I mean, there was a lot of questionable calls and reviews from the refs. I'm just wondering, Donovan Smith's first quarter interception, what was the referee's explanation for not going to the review on that play?
I hadn't been at this very long, but there's one thing I know: I can't comment on officiating. All right.
I want to talk about Miles Price, just the game he had tonight.
Phenomenal game, big-time catches. I mean, the thing that stands out to me about Miles is the catch he made on our sideline on third down. And then you want to talk about a quarterback getting the ball out of his hand before the guy even breaks. And then he takes a shot that he takes and makes that catch on our sideline. Phenomenal play. Miles is a tough sucker. He's competitive. He loves football. And he showed up a lot tonight, big time.
Sonny, Iowa State comes out in the second half. They start making that comeback. You can't help but think to the last home game against Kansas State. But this time, you guys are obviously able to buckle down and get the job done. I just want to get your thoughts on your team's, I guess, adversity and focus to be able to not really bend or break.
That's what I was talking about, breaking the mentality and breaking the cycle of, oh, here we go again. No, here we go again. And I think that moment for us against Kansas State was the safety, and I think our sideline was a little deflated, and we challenged our players, and we challenged it as coaches. They did a great job of responding, and that's why a lot of times in timeouts and we use timeouts later in the game, make sure we had time on the clock when we got the football back, and then also on those defensive timeouts of just talking to our players about rising up, about having that mentality of it's not going to be here we go again. All right, if you want to do something about it, you got to dig your heels in and you got to fight out of it, and you got to have a mindset that's set on not having the same results. And our guys did that today.
Go to Ronald. Coach, I believe it was during the bye week you talked about a meeting that you guys had, and you had the very few players stand up who have made a bowl game. What does it mean to you to be able to lead this team now into a bowl game?
Well, it means a lot for them. And that is, at the end of the day, it means a lot that they're going to be able to go to a bowl game. They're going to be able to finally reap what they've been sowing, because for 2.5, 3 weeks, they've been really practicing hard. They've been practicing with great energy and enthusiasm for one another, great energy and enthusiasm for the game of football. And so they're going to be able to continue to play. And that's one of the things that is the most, like I said before, the most satisfying thing in coaching is seeing guys achieve goals and seeing guys achieve something that was, from the outside in, the deck might have been stacked against us, but in these walls, I mean, we had a pretty good feeling about ourselves.
The thing you had up there on the board said to win 9 games, you got to win number 6. How did you get that mindset into this team?
Well, that you got to take one after another, and that's a goal we still have. The challenge for us is those guys, those few guys that stood up in this room. We want to give them the best ending that we can give them, and to be able to do that is to win 9 games, and we got 6 now. And a challenge comes next week. It's a big challenge with Oklahoma State. They have a great defense and are playing really well, but we'll worry about those guys tomorrow. Just really proud of our kids, proud of our players, of how they competed and just kept believing in one another.
Sonny, I know you got 3 more games to play now, but I saw the celebration from you at the end. What did that mean? I know for the whole team, but for you, I mean, you were pretty pumped there.
Yeah, it was an exciting time, David. Yeah, exciting time. Anytime you win. Winning's really hard. Winning is extremely hard in any sport that you play, especially on this level. I mean, it's just such a hard game to win. There's so many different variables that go into the ultimate team sport of football, and guys being on the same page. And you got 11 guys on offense, defense, and special teams. And, I mean, it's just a huge relief for those players, again, because they have worked so hard, and they have continued to battle, and they have continued to show up when a lot of times people may not, and you just try to tell them that you're being sharpened. You're being sharpened for something now, for something later. As a husband, as a father, you're being sharpened, because there's a lot of things that are going to go against you, and how do you respond, and how do you react? And as us, as coaches, we set that tone, and we set that standard for these final 3 games, and we're going to continue to do that. And now you win a game, and the challenge is now handling success. How do we handle success? do we walk around all week thinking that we go into a bowl game and our season's complete, or do we try to get that 7th win against a really good team at home at 7 o'clock at night?
Brees Hall scored a couple of touchdowns rushing tonight and 1 receiving, but you hold him to 18 carries for 51 yards, and a whole bunch of his carries you stopped him right basically at the line of scrimmage, or 1 or 2 yards or negative yards. What was the key to that?
You know, I knew Brees had that record coming into the game, like 22 consecutive games with a touchdown or something like that, and you know, he was able to get a couple of them on the ground. But there's I think there's only you know, you probably know better than I think. What have we played? We're 6-3. So we played 9 games. So 7 of 9 games we've held our defense has held the opponent under 100 yards rushing. And so that really wasn't a surprise for me. And their Iowa State's offense, their offense is predicated upon throwing the ball, throwing the shallow crossers, throwing all the verticals in terms of this. You know, you see the drags, and that's their offense. And then Brees Hall, you know, they just sneak him in there, and he's had a great season, a great career. But you can tell the way our defense swarmed around and how physical they were. You know, I don't think he was that interested in running the football against our guys.
The two failed fourth downs in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Was that just kind of thinking these guys are capable of going and sticking in the end zone 3 or 4 times in a row?
Correct.
Just wanted to keep the foot on the gas, or kind of what was the thought
That was
process
exactly.
there?
We wanted to keep our foot on the gas. I think at that time it might have been, what was the score, 31-14, and you make it 38-14. You know, that's you know, I think, you know, put some distance between ourselves and them, and just continue to be aggressive. And unfortunately for us, we got a kicker kick a 62-yard field goal, and I'm not answering the question about why didn't you kick those 2 field goals.
Given an opportunity to do something more dramatic, huh?
No doubt. Yeah, that's right. We wanted. Hey, how about that? We got the daggum crowd back tonight, didn't we? Huh? That was great. That was awesome. They had a great night. I mean, the energy that we had, and in that stands, our student sections, they were tremendous. So that was fun to see that.
Coach, could you tell us the story behind the pump jack on the sideline?
PJM's a pump jack mentality, and I told our players this. And I'm going to not lie to them. That's something that the guys in this room, they understand it, and they know about it, and I'd like to keep it that way.
And then did you sense with every bit of adversity that was going on with your team that the crowd got more and more fired up? And I thought the crowd was really, really loud tonight.
They were awesome. Yeah, they were awesome. The only thing, Chuck, if that ever happens again, we need to move them down to the end zone. You know, so they're in the end zone again. Not you know, we want to. I like how they were behind the Iowa State bench, but move them down to the end zone in that corner, get a little louder by the end zone.
I'll get on that next week, Coach.
Thanks, Chuck. I'd never seen that before.
I know the defense was kind of reeling a little bit in the second half, but in the first half, I feel like they really set the tone, and then they held them out of the end zone there at the end.
Yeah.
Just how big was the defense tonight?
It was huge. I kept reminding them, hey, Stephen F. Austin. Remember how that game ended? Game ended, Jalen Hutchins with a sack. You know, I kept reminding them that. They'd finished the game before. They've done that. They've had that success. And I think they bowled up at the end. They held them to a field goal, and they did a great job. They really did. And you know, I'm glad we won, and I really wish offensively we would have helped them out a little more in the third and then early in the fourth. But, man, they did a great job.
All right, that should do it for Coach Cummings. We'll have players here in just a second.
Thank you, guys. Yep. Thanks, man.
Who wants to kick us off with the first question? Don?
Jonathan, when the offense gets the ball back with 1 minute to play, where did you feel like they had to get to for you to have a field goal that was makeable?
Well, since pregame warm-up, I mean, we give Tomoto and Coach a range, and going towards the scoreboard, I mean, the Jumbotron, the wind was kind of blowing a little bit, so I told him 55, and then if needed, longer, you know. I hit probably I think I hit like a 64 on warm-ups, just to kind of get a feel for it, kind of how I needed to hit a ball to make it go that way, that far. So, yeah, but when it's 1 minute left in the clock, you know, I'm just warming up, getting my mind ready, and I mean, whatever is needed, I just told Tom I'll just put it in there. I mean,
Your previous long field goal in a game was from what distance?
I think the longest here at Tech was 48 that I've had.
And like in JUCO or high school?
Oh, JUCO, I want to say like 52 maybe, but I've attempted, I think, a 70-yard field goal once, and I made it, and I haven't attempted it anymore. So, yeah. It's a long field goal. Huh?
A 70-yard field goal in what setting?
Oh, in my JUCO stadium.
In a game or?
Oh, no, it's just me training on my own, yeah.
So, John, when you lined up the kick, though, what was going through your mind?
Hopefully it goes in. No, but it's just so funny that everything just happened so fast. But when Iowa State called their last time out, you know, everybody except me, you know, went to the side, and I kid you not, I literally thought to myself, if God is with me, He can stand against. So, I mean, yeah, I told that to Coach Salvador, and I was like, man, it's crazy, you know, and I mean, God is the reason I'm here. So, but I mean, when I was taking my steps, you know, I'm just like, hit a clean ball, and then everything else would take care of itself.
And Dadrian, I mean, you entered the program as a record-setting running back coming from high school. Yeah. If I remember right, I don't think you played safety before showing up at Tech. And then the improvement you've made in the time here, what do you attribute that to?
Man, I'd probably say my coaches. You know, since I've been here, they told me when I first got recruited by Tech, they told me I was coming at safety. So at that point, I'm starting training. I'm training, and once I get here, you know, once I got here as a freshman, they threw me in the fire. So I'm just out there just playing football by the seat of my pants. You know, then last year I finally got comfortable, and then this year, I mean, I've been playing a lot this season, so I'm just been getting comfortable. My coaches have been on me. Coach Wilson, me and my Coach Wilson been in the lab all day. I'm in the film room with Coach Wilson all day. So, you know, and Coach Patterson and Coach Jones give me that confidence to go out there and be myself and play ball.
Mason? Jonathan, when did you know it was going to go in?
What was up?
When did you know the kick was going to go in?
It's weird. I'm gonna give you a little bit of kicking analytics right here. So when you get to a distance that far, I mean, it's really hard to give it that nice height. You know, you kind of got to drive it. And I mean, I looked at the flags at the top of the uprights, and I'm like, you know what? The wind's not blowing. I don't got to try to kill this ball. I just got to hit a clean ball, and then hopefully, you know, it goes all the way. So I didn't know until the guys in the back were like, ah. So I'm like,
I knew it was going in the whole time.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is that my O-line stands up, and I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, 6'1". I couldn't see, so I was like, let me wait. So yeah, it was crazy.
Another thing that Coach Cumbie talked about was just your poise going out there. He said, "quote, you didn't blink." When you're in that type of atmosphere, how do you stay so composed?
I just think we've done this so much, just a repetition so much that I mean, it has to be second nature to us. Practice, you know, when we kick it on ourselves. I mean, I feel like, you know, it was everybody contributed to this. You know, I mean, I just did my part. I did my 1/11th. You know, I mean, if it wasn't because my line was blocking, you know, it could have, you know, the kick could have been blocked. It wasn't because the snap was good. It wasn't because the hold was good. So at the end of the day, everybody has their 1/11th to do. So I just did my part.
Is there anything specific that you and the holder say to each other prior to the kick?
No, not really. Honestly, everything from the sideline. I mean, our conversation ends on the sideline, and then we go, and we just lock in. I mean, before I take my steps, this is what I always do. I tap him on the head, get back, take my steps, and he always looks at me, and I hold my hand up, and I inhale, and I just, when my hand goes down, it means I'm ready. So that's it. Nothing extra.
How many pictures did you take after that game?
A lot. But I mean, honestly, I don't complain. I love it. I mean, I mean, the fans. We love the fans, and
Love 'em.
I mean, they're the reason. I mean, one of the big reasons why I chose Tech. And I mean, if it wasn't because some of the media pulled me away, I would have stayed out there all night taking pictures with them.
What does this mean for you guys? I know you guys haven't been here as long as some of those other guys in the locker room, but to become bowl eligible, I know you guys have the goal of 9 wins, but to get that for the older guys.
I'd probably say it means a lot. There's a lot goes on inside this room that we're sitting in. Nobody outside this, nobody outside these walls know what goes on inside these walls. So just what Coach Cummey and them brings to the table, man. I'm actually out of words. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is a great feeling. We got another game next week. We want to get 7, so we're just gonna keep balling.
Yeah, I mean, we've worked so hard, and I think it was just overdue. And I mean, our guys deserve it. I mean, I'm a senior, and I feel like we've collectively worked so hard, and we've sacrificed so much to be here and just to become bowl eligible. I mean, that gives us another game, and for a lot of the guys, you never know, it might be your last time playing college football after this season. So I mean, to stretch it as much as we can, I think it's the best. I mean, who doesn't love to watch or play another football game? So.
Did you intercept that ball, Rabbit?
Yes, I did.
He did.
Yes, I did. Tucked the elbows and everything. I was so, but it comes with the game. It comes with the game. Just go out there and make another play. That's all you got to do.
You guys dealt with a handful of those throughout the game. I guess, speak to how you guys were able to get through that, because I imagine several times that could have been something that went the other way.
Well, our goal is to come in and get three takeaways every single game. So we had some on the table that we didn't get. So we're just on the sideline saying we got to get it again. They're giving us another opportunity to go get it. So we just got to go out there and play great defense.
Hey guys, so for both of y'all, how's it feel seeing the fans storm the field, and what's that kind of like having Red Raider Nation support you?
What's crazy? I've been watching college football for a long time, and I'm like, why haven't we stormed the field yet? Then when Jonathan made the field goal, we running over trying to find Gerbe, and then I see someone jump the little concrete. I'm like, oh, they finna storm the field. It was a great feeling, man. It was a great feeling. Like Jonathan said, I came here. The fans here are amazing. They stand out through us on the top and the bottom. So just seeing that happen, really shows how much people outside our building really care about us.
I mean, I ran to the fans, student section, because I know that they moved them. The Revs moved them. So I'm like, man, first, and then also Coach Cumbie was like, pregame, we went out there and shake their hands, give them that feeling that they're involved here, because they are, they make. It's a big part, them coming in here and being loud, and it helps us, and I mean, I kind of had to, I had to show them some love, because they deserve it too.
Jonathan, what does that ball mean to you?
Oh, that one? I honestly, I think.
4.
I mean, it's a great memory. I mean, but. The clock's at 0, so now we gotta wait till the next one, and we gotta be ready for the next one. But it means a lot, my family and everything, so it's for them.
Dadrion, what was sort of the defense's plan in stopping Charlie Kohler, who's a guy who's given you guys some problems over the last 2 years, and how do you think you guys executed that plan?
We know he's a very good quarterback, very experienced player. He knows how to extend a play very well, as you saw that a couple times in the game. We just wanted to keep him contained, don't let him get out the pocket too much, because their receivers are really good at scramble drill, and like most teams are good at that. So just keeping him composed and not making the plays last longer than they have to, and I feel like we did a great job doing that tonight.
In terms of stopping that big tight end, Charlie Kohler, what were you guys trying to do to make it a little tougher for him to not go wild against you?
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's not really a game plan on how to guard somebody. You just got to go out there, and it's all my position is all reaction. So it's just coach is just saying, like, go out there and stop him. We're playing inside man, play inside. We're playing outside man, play outside. You just gotta there's no magical call, our coach says. So he calls a play. It's up to us to execute. You know what I'm saying?
We'll wrap it up with Don.
Jonathan, what did you do to your hand or whatever, and how long has it been messed up?
Wait till you hear the story.
No comments.
Wait till you hear this story.
No, just football things, and I had surgery during the bye week and all, but I told coach, I was like, don't worry about it. The legs are okay.
Yeah, as
That's all that
long
matters.
as the legs is good. Yeah,
it's fine. So, but it gave me that extra 2 yards I needed on the kick.
Was it before the season?
I don't know if you guys remember, but I did have like a cast on maybe when we played Houston. I did have like ones that I could put on and take off. I had fractured it then, but this one I actually dislocated it. But yeah, it's okay. Let's move on from that question.
Feel weird.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You know, you kind of gotta just like, it's different. You know, because you feel it, but you've done this so much that your muscle memory, it just honestly didn't affect me. I mean, this whole week it was just focusing on, you know, how it feels, how that feels. Because I mean, most of them, like, if you ever see a picture, I mean, this hand's out like this, and this hand's just doing whatever. So like, I was like, you know what, it's not gonna affect me. So, I mean, this practice, I tried not to do anything different, just kick the same, and it worked out.
So it's your hand, or is it higher up in there?
Oh, just like right here on the wrist.
Okay.
Like the wrist, yeah, right here, the hand. But it's all good. We'll be fine.
So you made up for.
So you guys, I'll have this for the end of the season, just in case you guys have any more questions on it.
So you made up for the little mishap at Oklahoma tonight.
Oh, that one, yeah, that one was crazy. But hey, it happens.
Yep.
It's football.
New week, new opportunity, man. New week, new opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, let's let these two go and we'll bring us down to the box.
Thank you guys for coming. Have a good night. Thank you all.
Probably could have kicked a field goal with that cast, couldn't
I know, right? Hey, it was extra 2 yards right here. Extra 2 yards right here.
Oh.
Wish I had some chapstick.
Your mindset as you were going into this game, getting the start?
Yeah, the biggest thing that Coach Cumbie stresses all the time, he always says prepare like you're the starter. So no matter what position you're in or like what like starting position you're in, he always says prepare like the starter. Everyone that comes in, you come in prepared like the starter, get extra film. So just throughout the year, that's all I've been doing. And everything I could do for the team, I just come in when I need to, prepare like I'm a starter, and just do what I have to do.
And then Miles, that catch you made over the shoulder, the corner route, just can you take us through that? That play, that was a huge play in the game.
Yeah, no, I seen the play that was called, and it's a play that they've called in the past weeks, and I've been showing on film that I'm getting open on it. So when I seen it called, and me and Donovan talked before the game, like, I know you're gonna win on the A route, I'm gonna throw it. So we called the play, and I went out there and ran the route, and everything went as planned.
Donovan, going into that game as a redshirt freshman is never easy, whether it's starting or having to come all the way back like you guys did. How do you stay so composed in moments like that, especially as a freshman?
Yeah, the biggest thing I probably say is just I've been doing this for a while, just like being a quarterback. So the biggest thing I get from my mom and my parents is be calm with every situation, like even outside of football. It's just always being calm with whatever you do. Don't do nothing crazy. It's like just trust your abilities that you have. So each game, that's what I go into. I have a calm mind, and then the biggest thing is like having trust in my teammates. And we all had a big trust in each other tonight. So no matter what happened, we just played for each other, and I was playing for them.
What's going through your mind as you're going out for that last minute, for that last drive?
I was just thinking, at first I really wanted to score. I was like, we always think score. And then if not, I just wanted to get in the range for Garibay. And obviously we know now that 62 yards is the range for Garibay. So yeah, just get a score or get in range with whatever one.
What made Miles and you work so well tonight?
Yeah, it's just another thing just in practice. Throughout practice, you just go through stuff, you see stuff that will work out. And like he said, just watching games, me being on the sideline and seeing stuff that was called, I'm like, Miles is open. So just this time, I just trusted like we do with all our teammates, you just trust it. So I trusted him, he trusted me, and we just made the play.
On that 8-route catch that you were talking about earlier, you took a hellified lick on that one. Did you like potentially like black out or lose consciousness for a like? And I don't know how you hung on to the football because it looked like you were out.
Yeah, no. I didn't get knocked out or anything. It wasn't even nothing with my head. I really felt. So when the trainers came up to me, they're like asking me, "Is it your head? Is it your head?" no, it's not my head, my butt. My butt hurt. My butt hurt, like my hip. He like, so are you good? Can y'all help me up, please? Everybody standing over me like, can y'all help me up, please? Help me up. I'm good. So they helped me up. I walked it off and then went back to playing. I had to sit out to play though. I was a little mad, but that's all right.
When did you find out you were starting the game?
I think it was about last week or so. Just another thing, just prepare like at the starter, so whenever your number's called, just be ready.
With your dad being on staff, how much do you rely on him for sort of advice and just, preparing you for a moment this big?
Yeah, throughout like when I see him throughout the time here, he'll give me like advice every now and then, just like with certain plays, just look for and what it should look like and everything like that. So he's definitely been a great help. He definitely helps me out with every cover, anything that I ask him for, and he tries to give me sometimes his little backstory when he played quarterback. So just don't ask him about it, but he's played quarterback. He was pretty good, so he just give me some of his tips as well. So.
And Miles, you've really come on as the season's gone along, had some big games recently. Do you feel like there's been a certain aspect of your game that you've improved to get to this point, or is it just the offense, or what's been so key in that?
Honestly, just every week going into practice with the same mentality, trying to attack the week. And I know, like, if I have a good week, I'm going to play well. I have to go out there and attack every play like I'm going to get the ball, no matter if I'm blocking or whatever it is. I have to attack every play like I'm getting the ball, you understand? So really, I feel like it's just my practice habits. My practice habits have gotten a lot better.
Donovan, for you to sort of, be the hometown kid, what does it mean to you to be QB1 in the game that got Texas Tech back bowl eligible for the first time since 2017?
Yeah, it was exciting.
My fault.
It was exciting, It's just like Miles says, is we go through practice each day, and I was just focused on practice, having a good week of practice, because when you have a good week of practice, you play good. So I just wanted to play for my team. That's a big thing we've been talking about all week. Play together, pray for the person next to you. So that's all I wanted to do, put it all on the line for my brothers next to me, because we all fought hard. So it's just like nobody can just take one play off, because that could be a big play, especially in my role. So I'm just like, I got to play for my brothers. They're working hard. They're doing everything they can, so I got to do everything I can.
Guys, when did you know the kick was good?
When he went out there. We like, I'm not being, I don't want to be cocky or anything, but it's just we see how Garibay kicks in practice, and I honestly, like, if I'm being honest, I was like, I had all faith in him that he was going to make it.
No, yeah, definitely. I had all faith. When he went out there, I said, you got this. Believe it. We believe it. You got to believe it. Go make the kick. But I really didn't know it was good till they had a punt returner back there. And I seen him looking at the ball, and he watched it go straight through. I said, oh, yeah, it's good.
And Donovan, I know you said your dad helps you. I saw you guys talking pregame and everything. What was the exchange like in the locker room after the game?
Oh, it was good. It was good. Shed a few tears, whatever, but it's been a fun journey. Just him seeing me grow up, and then now he gets to see me play, because he hasn't seen me play sometimes in high school. So it's just a great feeling just to him see me play at a collegiate level, and then him being a part of that. So it was really fun.
Don, can you close it out for us?
Donovan, can you explain? You went to the sideline, or near the sideline, virtually every play to get the play from Sonny. Y'all had some concerns about Iowa State possibly being able to pick up on signals. Is that accurate to say? So when did y'all decide that y'all were going to operate that way today?
It was just all week. Coach Cumbie does great with all his game prep, especially all the coaches behind the scenes. We just came into this week knowing that they're good signals. They always take signals. They're good at it. They always take signals. So big thing, just keeping off their toes. Let us know what the play is. Our offense know what the play is. And let them not know what the play is, and just run it.
For either of you guys, did y'all get hit harder during the game or during the post-game celebration?
Nah, I think I took mine during the game.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank y'all. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Is anybody gonna drink this water?
Cheers.